Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
You came up with a really good idea.
Well, I think you were right on target with it as well. We got another series, people.
That's right. So we're planning a 3-part series. We're gonna interview a teen, a 20-something, and a 30-something.
And see their ideas about their goals, their dreams, where they see the future. Guys, you can't miss this, honestly.
And I think this first one, you're gonna be surprised as we were.
Absolutely.
As how impressive this teen is.
She's a dynamo, and it's a she. This is a future leader.
She's still in high school and is selling her business that she has.
What? Well, stick around.
Yeah, continue watching. You're gonna love this one. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve. How the heck are you doing?
Doing fantastic.
I got to get a new line. I always say, how the heck are you doing? You know? And you say something like, terrific, fantastic. Well, because it's the truth, people. Welcome to the Steve and Steve Show. I'm Steve Wastenberg.
And I'm Steve Walsh. And we do have
a gem of an interview today.
Yep, but we have also a guest.
A guest. A gem of a guest of an interview today. So this is the beginning, right, of a 3-part series we've decided to do on the teen generation, the 20-somethings, and the 30-somethings. And this is the first interview, and Erin Jacobson here is our teen representation for all of the world, because we're worldwide. You realize that.
Whoa.
So before we jump into the interview, Erin, and thank you for helping us out with
taking the time,
definitely,
right, out of your huge schedule.
Come all this way to Colorado just to get interviewed.
For sure.
Because that was the whole point of the trip.
That was the trip. I mean, who doesn't want to be on the Steve and Steve Show? By the way, because of that, you got to subscribe.
Exactly.
You got to hit that bell. You got to get more people. Steve, we're over the YouTube, whatever it is, right? And we don't even need to tell them the number. It's a lot.
We hit a huge milestone.
Huge milestone. And it's because of all of you. Thank you. But keep doing it. Spread the word. How can you not when we do interviews like this?
Right. So Erin, to kind of get us going here.
Ooh, what are you drinking?
Oh, that's right. So I'm drinking nice, healthy, crystal clear Colorado
water. This, on the other hand, is an espresso. Straight up, no sugar, nothing. Straight up rocket fuel. And you, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking this lovely sparkling apple cider.
And that is in a beautiful Peruvian glass. That glass has inlaid designs on it from the Inca Empire. You're a young Inca. Anyway, let's keep going. All right.
Okay. So, Erin, what we want to do is we want to kind of give a chance for the audience to get to know you.
Okay.
So take, probably a minute, 2 minutes at the most, and just kind of describe where you've come from, maybe like what you're currently doing with your life.
Who you are.
And then we'll talk about, your goals after this initial introduction.
Great. Like they said, I'm Erin Jacobson. I'm from Kansas City, Kansas. I grew up in like a suburb, Overland Park, and I'm a senior in high school. I really enjoy the distant learning school that I'm doing, and I love to dance and do theater and hang out with friends.
Wow.
And drive around. I recently have this business that keeps me really busy, a lawn and landscape business that I keep up.
Wait, hold on a second. So we talk a lot about entrepreneurs, right? And you are 18 years old, and you have a business that is in lawn and landscaping that you and who else? Your sister, your brother?
My brother started it in 2007, and it was passed down to all of us.
And so that's how you're an entrepreneur. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
How about those goals, people?
So that was a surprise.
That was. I didn't realize that we were going to say that either. That's fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then, I'm just taking classes for my senior year. And then Next fall, I'll be attending Wichita State University
Okay.
and majoring in entrepreneurship and minoring in
another
graphic
one.
design. So.
Honestly, we did not plan this, that we knew all of this about her. That's the truth. That's God's truth right there.
Yeah. So I'm super excited.
Steve, how many times have we talked about it? You know, it's good to go to school. At the same time, most of the time you're not really getting taught things that you're going to take into the world. You're going to actually go have to do that after the fact. And this is a young 18-year-old who is studying entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I got stuck on her saying Wichita, and it threw me back into some times of being in Wichita.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened in Wichita?
Well, that
Is it
was-
something you can tell here?
No, not the details. but it was the 2 weeks where you remember 9/11.
Yeah.
So I was in Wichita or in that area. And so I
When
had
9/11 hit.
When 9/11 hit, so I ended
Wow.
up spending. They actually flew in the large aircraft into Hutchinson, landed aircraft in Hutchinson, and I think they had to. I'm not sure how they got those planes out of that airport because they normally don't service those large planes for takeoff.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
that's so I was kind of back in memory land just a second.
Wichita. But you did hear that she's an entrepreneur. You're back.
I did hear she's an entrepreneur, and I think it's fantastic. And I'm
Yeah.
curious, what is there someone that's in line behind you for the hand down of the landscaping business?
Yeah, so I'm the youngest of 5, so I actually had to recently kind of sell the business, but I'm mentoring the.
She's selling the business.
I'm
Isn't that
mentoring the kids.
This is the
taking
B
it over.
quadrant. If you guys don't remember that, remember the cash flow quadrant we did in an earlier series. You got an 18-year-old who's already on the B quadrant. If you don't know what that is, you need to go back and listen to that and realize that how far ahead of the game is Erin here?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
So you're going to sell that business to somebody.
Yes, sir.
And-
And then hopefully he's going to take it over for the next 4 years, and then give it to the next person. Kind of keep the legacy going.
Well,
Very cool.
well, whoever is buying it, remember now, Erin is now famous, so you got to know that there might be a little more value to the business, so you may be
yeah.
able to negotiate a little better deal on that.
For sure.
right, right. So you mentioned entrepreneurship, but you also mentioned another, was it a minor or another major? A dual
Yeah,
major?
a minor in graphic design. So
Ah, very cool.
something I'm really passionate about is website design. And so I'm getting to, last year I got to design a website, and this year I'm getting to design a couple more. And I just love helping people out, grow their business.
We
and
might need
that
some help
website
along this
design.
line. We might need some help along this line, Erin. Full of surprises
Yeah,
today.
Yes.
yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah.
So I got a question for you. All right. So obviously you're goal oriented. Did you do you set up and write down your goals? Have you planned this? How do you get so motivated
Yeah,
at this
it's
age?
driven.
Well, I really like to dream big.
Awesome.
I don't think anybody's dreams should be shut down. I think there's so much valuable information in what people want to do with their life, and I don't think they should be bogged down by people.
Limit those and-
Yeah. So I've just kind of run with my passions throughout the years. I mean, when I was little, I wanted to be a doctor, but now I want to be an entrepreneur. So, it's really cool to just kind of have such a good base, to help you. My family is so good about supporting me, and yeah. And
Well,
my
you got
friends
Steve and
and all
Steve
of that,
supporting you
so-
now.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah.
And all
guaranteed.
the million fans that
That's
we have
right.
watching.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask something about your generation because we're talking to your generation right now and the goals and the things that you've put together. What could you tell your generation? Do you think they are inspired the way you are? Do you think that they're, concerned about the world, or where do you think that your generation is today?
Yeah, so I think, when my friends and I talk about this a little bit, we all do have some big dreams and people that we want to, meet and kind of go with that. But I think sometimes you don't always have the proper like education and tools, because I'm very blessed to be going to this Center for Advanced Professional Studies, CAPS, and
Center for Advanced Professional Studies.
yeah,
Okay.
and it has classes like entrepreneurship and engineering, and it kind of allows you to explore what you would want to do in the future and gives you those like real world problems that you can solve. But I don't think everyone has access to that, so then they kind of go into college or the next stage of their life without really knowing what they want to do or how to even like finance.
And does
correctly.
that get them into, because I know you're passionate about something else that we did actually talk about. I mean, this is full of surprises, but you're passionate about something else that you're doing as well. Do you think, and I'm going to let you talk about that, but do
Okay.
you think that it leads into some of the depression and things of the youth?
Yeah, no, for
So
sure.
I'll just quit
Yeah.
teasing it and let you introduce
Yeah,
it.
I think mental health is like a really big aspect that really needs to be recognized a lot more, because I think mental health kind of has this scary image of people going insane, but
Right.
really it's just your mental health of like how you deal with stress and anxiety. And I think so many kids can get stressed in school.
Oh, in this day.
And have to, compare themselves with so many people. And I'm with being homeschooled, I'm really lucky that I didn't have to grow up comparing myself a lot. So I think I have that extra like passion of not really worrying about not worrying too much about what other people think. And so I'm able to kind of help others recognize their like anxiety, that what they might have, and how to like reach their full potential through like their natural abilities that they have.
So you're taking your entrepreneurial spirit
Yeah.
and turning it into a passion, and I think it's in and around suicide prevention, mental health, and
Yeah, so there's this little like wearable bracelet that I want to put on the market someday. That's like my goal.
okay, don't tell too much because
Yeah.
somebody might steal the idea. The Shark Tank is probably listening right now, right?
yeah.
Right.
So
right.
just tease it out there, and maybe one of those guys will come in. Yeah, what do you need to fund that kind of a
yeah,
deal?
Yeah.
So I wanted to point out a couple. You mentioned a couple success principles just as you were talking, and one of them is not really caring about what other people think about that. And then the other one was dreaming big. So you're definitely on the right track, and it's exciting. Have you read entrepreneurial books or self-development books to help you kind of get that thinking, or is this?
Yeah. So I do read a lot of articles when I can about the entrepreneurship
World.
and I really think, there's this one quote, and I'm also taking psychology, which has helped me a lot realize about things about myself and the people around me. There's this one quote that I loved, and it was from Theodore Roosevelt, and he said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And it was like,
Well,
that's so
say
true.
that again.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
I think
By
that's going to be our
Theodore Roosevelt,
tagline.
right?
That's going to be our tagline on this.
It's true.
Wow,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Very cool.
because then
Expound on that a little bit.
Yeah,
What-
when you're not joyful, then you're not, you can't reach others as well because you're kind of all by yourself and cooped up in your room. But when you have this joy, you just want to reach out to everyone and talk to everyone.
And so when you're just simply comparing, oh, if only I could be like that person, or gosh, if I'd have done that, it's comparing that just
Right.
sucks the joy out of you,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
God, at your age, is this amazing?
It is.
I mean,
It
Erin,
is.
honestly, you are
It is.
really impressive.
Thank you.
So and there's definitely a lot here, right, on this topic, and so we do need to wrap up. I'm very impressed
Gosh darn,
with your
too
thinking
bad.
and your goals. But if there was one tip you could give to the audience, what would that be?
Ooh, I think it would just, kind of what we were talking about dream big. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do anything, because you have so many natural abilities that you are born with that you can just take and run and achieve your goals.
Wow,
That's dynamite.
Yeah.
I don't know what. There's
That-
nothing more to say.
Every generation can use
Yeah,
that. for
yeah.
sure.
So your generation through. Wow.
Yeah.
What a great beginning to a series, huh? You're a rock star, girl.
You
really are.
definitely set the bar
Set the
high
bar,
for the
yeah.
next few folks that we're gonna interview.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. We always cheer at the end.
Yeah, but
Gosh,
before we cheer,
Yes,
we always
sorry.
forget this.
this is
so
what we forget.
Thank you for getting to this part of the video, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, and certainly hit that bell for a notification so you get a notification when we publish the next video.
And if you're one of Erin's followers, which she's going to send this all over the place, make sure you subscribe. Send it to at least 10. Is 10 enough?
Oh yeah, 10,
No,
Maybe
no,
20?
no, it's not.
20.
Think
50,
big.
100?
Oh, think big.
Yeah.
Send it to every person in your contacts.
There you go. There you go.
All right, well, thank you, Erin.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you
What a
so
pleasure.
much.
What a great pleasure. Cheers.